What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Minion GT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Today we have a special little video, and no, has nothing to do with Electra, but it does have to do with Wasp and Minion. We're going to go ahead and kind of see what changed between the 2015 versus the 2024. As you can see, but we'll get into other things here in a moment, but this is what we're going to discuss today.
Way back. It's that no grape gang, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we take a trip into the underground.
Alright everyone, so we are talking about Minion, the triple yellow 2015 S550, and Wasp, the yellow splash 2024 Mustang GT. We're just going to go over some of the little things that they have changed on the outlook of these cars. Brandon has done a little bit of upgrades on his, so what necessarily is in his car from factory isn't what was there, but I kind of notate that as we go along. I think he's only improved on it, so good for him. All right, with Brandon's little Minion here, you can see that he's put the GT500 hood, the GT500 bumper on it. So I can't really compare front ends too much with the factory one, but this is what we have going on with that. But as you go down the sides of the car, that's where it kind of stays the same. You'll see notice the body lines where you have the little dip right here and the dip down there. You come over to this one, it doesn't have such a contrast. It's you see the crease in there, but there's no real definition of a door like that. So that kind of looks better on his car because I think it gives it more of an appearance to it. And then moving on, let's see here where his comes out right here and then back down. Mine goes in. So, and then they went ahead and kind of kept almost the same design of the panel down here, but they gave it more of a texture to it versus just being a flat right there. A little higher up, we're at the mirrors. So the mirrors look pretty much identical. This has the Night Pony package, so these are painted. You got painted roof, painted mirrors, painted wing in the back, and it came with the black emblems, and the wheels I've changed so they're not fair, and then it came with the black pony in the front. His didn't have that, doesn't have a pony at all. He does have his mirror caps wrapped in black, his roof wrapped in black, and then he does have a black wing in the rear. So as you can see, they're very similar. Paint wise, his is a triple yellow. I don't know if you could see, but there's no metallic in it, where this one is a yellow splash. They have metallic in it. I don't know if it picks up in the camera too well, but it definitely gives it a different shade. It's more of an orangey yellow, where this is more of a yellow. Before we leave the front, he does have the 6-piston brakes, the Brembos in the front, and then my baby has the 6-piston brakes in the front also. Mine are colored to be red, his were black. Now that we're further down the door, they did change the way that the handles are. As you can see, this is all one piece and it slips out. It's almost like the Explorer. And then you come over to Brandon's, it's a 2-piece where it slides in like that. And then they change where the locking mechanism is. It locks here on my, actually it's about the same spot, excuse me. And it locks there for mine. All right, coming across to the booty of the car, you can see the little shelf that it has here. It's almost identical, but till you get to right about here, there's flares up, where if you go to mine, it just stays basically flat. And I guess it's because of the wing that's on there. If it flared up, it would obviously hit. Looking at the back of Minion here, as you can see, it is the S550s, but he does have the Euros with the plain trunk lid on the back. And then he did add Corsa dual exhaust, which is louder than hell and will wake up the dead for sure. Coming back here to Wasp, you see I just have the regular old deck lid on it right now. Black wing, regular taillights. Mine did come with the quad exhaust from factory, and then it does have the rear LED taillight, reverse light, excuse me, where his is an ambient bulb. Y'all may notice that the stance is a little different. Brandon is running H&R lowering springs, where I am running the Steeda Magnaride springs. They're both on 20s. He has a 305 on the rear of his. I have a 315. I am running the Belgian VF10s. He's running the RTR Tech 7s. So it's a little different, but a little same. Also, a little side note, the reflectors are vertical on the S650, where they are horizontal on the S550. There wasn't one on the front of Brandon's car, so I went ahead and just showed you the rear a little bit and the front one that was on mine. Don't know why they went in that particular pattern. And as you can see, there's a little more bolstering here, where this is kind of more of a flat. All right, well, good old Minion's engine compartment. He has a Gen 2 Coyote. I think he might have a Gen 3 manifold on it. So I don't get me with the specifics on his car, because I really don't know. It's just kind of a comparison. So that's what his looks like. As you can see, the fuse box is there. The battery is in the back. Don't mind the dirt, because he's not a very well cleaner. But that's pretty much what it looks like under his hood. Under the Gen 4 here, you see that the biggest thing that sticks out is the dual throttle bodies. The battery's still in the same location, but they gave you a jump area. So now you could do positive and a negative without going into the battery. The ECU that used to be up here is now been moved down into the panel down there. That's why that is blocked off. Why they did that, I don't know. Brandon's ECU is right over here, right there under the fuse box, which still makes more sense to me than what they did, but I guess they had to do some moving around for the dual throttle bodies and the extra air box. But yeah, that's pretty much that for the motor. Brandon's trunk is a little more used than mine at the moment, but for the most part, just wanted to give you a basic look of it. You can see that he has the subwoofer in his, and about the same amount of truck space. And this is over here at Wasp. Speaker in the same location, and they changed the way it looks. I don't think there's anything different in it, but about the same amount of room in the rear. The deck lid itself looks pretty much the same as Brandon's. Come over here. So there's not too many changes. A little bit more of a appearance look from, I guess, the factory, but for the most part the cars are pretty much identical. It's just a refresh to this body style. Going into the interior of the cars, just want you to notice the doors and the seats. They're pretty much the same. You know, it has more of a refresh over there, but Brandon did upgrade to the digital dash, which is definitely an improvement. He has an Alcantara flat bottom steering wheel, which is definitely a nice help. Or it might be a GT 350 wheel. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it looks more like a GT 350, but it does have sort of a flat bottom to it. He does have a shorty shifter in it, MGW, new trans for the third time. And let me get in here a little bit. Ugh. When you're sitting in it, kind of just take in, don't worry about the dust and dirt. Again, he is not me, but he does have the Sync 3 system. And like I said, I still think that this looks so much better than what they did with the screens. I think if they would have shoved the screens in and had a brow over it, it would have looked a little better. So I still think that this year up to 23 definitely has a better look. They do have the side speakers, one there, and one there. Same on that side. And then the rear speakers. But for the most part, this is the interior of this car. I do want y'all to notice something. I've talked about it before. The window line in this car is higher up than it is in that car. You'll see when we're sitting in it. They did that to have more visibility, so it gives you more. You can't really tell from the outside, but when you're sitting in the car itself and how everything is placed, like this is higher up for me like this, where in my car it's not that high up. And then Brandon also put in the carbon fiber overlays all over the place, so that gives a nice little touch. And Brandon's car is pretty much full bolt-on, but it's not on E. It's 93 tuned through Palm Beach. It's still on the base tune because he's never went and got his tune redone. So we're trying to push him to do that, to get his car a little bit more dialed in. It runs good. He competes with some of the cars that are, you know, full bolt-on and with E85. He's definitely a good driver. He's better than me, I'll give him that. My skills have diminished where his are a lot better. And like I said, I've seen him, you know, run the car, and he'll run the shit out of it. He breaks it a lot, but he runs the shit out of it. So I got to give him the props for that. And like I said, it's a decent looking car if he would keep it clean. I'm gonna keep saying it. All right, sitting here in Wasp. The door panels are pretty much the same. They've updated the look to them a little bit. They gave you the faux carbon fiber plastic, but it is a hard plastic. It's soft touch here, hard there. You know, it is what it is with that. Actually, by sitting in this car and sitting in his car, I can't really tell the difference of the window line being lower. I know they've always stated that, but to me it feels about the same. So maybe there's a little fibbery going on there. And then the speaker system, you know, instead of round speakers, they oblong them. There's probably still little round speakers in there. You know, just updated. Got the bigger screen, the dash. Like I said, not much is done to this. The carbon fiber ball came from Brandon. Since he changed his shifter out, it wouldn't fit his, it fit this one. Like I said, instead of having the one screen over here and then the bottom screen, they moved it all together to be one thing. But there's a divide in here, right in here, that there's nothing anyway. So you got this screen and that screen. That's pretty much how it rolls. It does have a flat bottom steering wheel, so it's definitely a nice feel. At first it took me a little bit to get used to, but like I said, it's just one of those, you get into something new, it's a little different. Definitely different from my Electra S197. And then this right here, to me at first it felt bulky. It looked bulky to me, you know, it just seemed to be all up in your face. But after a while you get kind of used to it, and it doesn't stick out like you think it does. And it almost reminds me of the steering wheel in the ST. The same cutout almost right here, and the way that the buttons are laid out. It's a little different. I think that one is a tad bit smaller in diameter. But yeah, this is the interior of this car. Now, of course, this car is, you know, 9 years newer than Brandon, so it has the front-facing camera. It has the blind spot monitoring, the bliss system, the collision. It's got all that crap on it. When you have it in cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, lane assist, all that good crap. His is before all that time. As you can see, my windshield has all that, the camera and stuff, where his is just right there. And you know, the biggest prop of that was the self-dimming mirror. So that's pretty much the two cars together. Like I said, they're not too far apart from what they were. There's just been it's more of a refresh. When they say that the S650 and the S550 are two totally different cars, maybe with some of the technology, and maybe they, you know, in the time being, you know, went from the Gen 2 to the Gen 4. But other than that, I swear you could switch body panels. You could switch, when you buy parts for this car right here, they come to fit this car also. So everything that I have done to this car, besides the MagneRide springs, because this car does not have MagneRide, can be done to this car. So it's kind of a cookie cutout, you know. And if you look at the mirrors, there's no real big difference on the mirrors. The hood line, the roof line, I mean, excuse me, they look almost identical. They changed the puck on the top to a shark fin, so I guess they got deals on shark fins again. But other than that, that is what's going on with these two cars. Like I said, there's not much difference right now. Brandon's car could definitely do a whooping on this car right now. Like I said, it's just the way it is. You can't, his is tuned, this one is not. It's not apples to apples, but you know, eventually this will be a contender to him. Like I said, I got long tubes in the house for it. And for the people that asked, do you need to have a tune with long tubes? No, you do not. There are no tuner now turns off the rear O2 sensors like they used to, because the FCC or EPA or whoever, the FCC is something totally different, excuse me, the EPA. So nobody does that. So to get around it, you could put a spacer in there, which will, you know, it's called a defouler. We don't do that stuff because, you know, we do legal here, but it's it'll prevent from the check engine light to come on, and then that way you don't have to have, you know, it tuned or whatever. Like I said, this will be tuned eventually once they get to that point, and then we'll probably get into it a little more and start doing a little bit more playing with it. Like I said, I don't want to turn it into a crazy street car. Like I said, I want it a little faster. You know, if I could get it maybe 600 horsepower, I will probably be happy with that. I mean, that thing's 500 horsepower, that's 700 horsepower, so 600 horsepower would probably be nice in the middle. So like I said, that is this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, it was just kind of a reference between the 15 and the 24, and I just wanted to let y'all see what was going on with them and the differences. That is the quick little video about Minion and Wasp today. I'm sure there's things I forgot along the way, but like I said, I just wanted to put something out for y'all. I had both cars available to me today, and I wanted to go ahead and get that out to y'all. But I'm not gonna leave y'all wondering. I will give you a cold start for Minion and a cold start for Wasp. I think Minion is gonna break the speakers in this thing, but so we'll get another one. Well, everybody, that is the end of this video. Thanks for Brandon for letting me borrow Minion for a little while. There's Wasp, and if any of y'all have any questions about either one of the two cars or any of the cars that I own, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Y'all are killing it lately. Y'all are putting me in the algorithm. Y'all are doing what y'all need to do, and I don't even have to ask. So keep doing what y'all are doing, and I hope I'm putting out videos that y'all enjoy to watch. So from Minion, Wasp, and me, have a great day, and why don't y'all go give Brandon some love at Minion50 on Instagram and Brandon Miranda on his YouTube. He has been putting out some killer videos. So him and Derek are getting together, and it's gonna be a good time for him. And I hope y'all enjoy the video, and goodbye.